Hey guys, we're going to do a quick little video over a project we've been working on for the last 3 years there. And this is an old quarry that we've actually taken and created as a crappie habitat and crappie pond. And basically what we ended up doing there is the very first year, right after Christmas, I loaded the 22-foot trailer up and was able to get a whole bunch of trees. I think there was over 100 of them from our local Lowe's, and we just loaded up that 22-foot trailer. They were all for free there, and then I took them all at once, the rest of them. And then I took cinder blocks and basically I stuck those trunks of that tree inside there, and then I ended up putting a board underneath there and then drilled right underneath that board right into that tree trunk, and that way that cinder block, as I put it in there, it's sunk in there and that tree is vertical, up and down there for you. So shortly after that there, mid-March, I was able to get quite a few crappie in here, and basically what I ended up doing is I put 100 crappie per acre. So this is about a 2.5 acre quarry there, so I put right at around 250 crappie there, and it's worked out very well. So along with that, I ended up putting 5 pounds of minnows and 5 pounds of shiners there, just for those crappie to have something to eat as they grow. So after that first year, I then introduced a striped bass, which was a hybrid striped bass, so they don't actually reproduce. And I actually caught the very first one of them while we were down here 3 years later. So this fish is now 2 years, a little over 2 years old, and very healthy looking fish. And then I put 75 of those, so those fish will not reproduce. And then that second year, I ended up putting, or at the third year into it, I ended up putting walleye, and I put 75 of them in there. So the walleye will not reproduce unless there's running water there. So this quarry didn't have running water, so it worked out really good. So now I've got 2 predator fish for population control of those crappie. So now we're going into that 4th year on here, and from here on, basically what I'm having to do is I'm going to put 5 pounds of shiners and 5 pounds of fathead minnows there. So a fathead minnow, what those are, they're going to be a smaller minnow, and they don't spawn as much, but I believe they yield more eggs. I may have this vice versa, and then the shiners are a larger fish, and they multiply more but with less eggs. I may have that vice versa, but I'll show you guys a picture on that. And basically I'm just putting 5 pounds of each one of them in there a year, and it works out really good for feeding those crappie in there. And we've been down here for probably an hour, maybe an hour and 20 minutes. We end up pulling that striped bass out of there, and then I think we've probably caught well over 30 crappie. We're just using minnows, letting the girls rock and roll in here, and just an absolute phenomenal time to get those kiddos out here. It's a little chilly here today, but we're out of the wind, and they've enjoyed it there. But we're gonna pack it up, and wanted to do this quick little video there. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully this is something you guys have interest in, and like always, hopefully you guys are getting out there in nature, and best luck on your upcoming hunting and fishing season.